Hi, this is Phil Stewart from Hybrid Me, just doing a short video comparing two popular pieces of software for golf simulation usage. The two bits of software I'll be talking about today are the Golf Club, developed by HB Studios and Proti, and Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf, developed by Perfect Parallel. Both offer great affordable solutions for being able to play courses around the world, to be able to play online head-to-head matches, as well as entering competitions and participating in a worldwide tour. If you're actually looking for software purely for using a driving range and being able to hit shot after shot and refine your numbers with no interest in playing courses or entering online competitions and tours, then certainly I don't think you will probably need either of these products. It may be that you're better suited to just using any application that's bundled in with your launch monitor, such as Hybrid Me are actually a showcase dealer for SkyTrack, one of the more affordable launch monitors on the market. And SkyTrack provide a mobile application with their launch monitor, which will give you a driving range and the ability to be able to hit shot after shot and track your stats and see if you're improving the certain areas where you're looking to improve. So that may be a better option, or there may be more I guess coaching, training focused solutions, things like E6, or if you end up with a GC2 launch monitor by Foresight Sports, you may be wanting to look at their FS1 or FSX software, which may be a better fit for you. But if you are looking at solutions that can allow you to play courses around the world, compete with other golfers online, and to participate in world tours, I believe the Golf Club and Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf are two of the best products on the market. I'll focus on the two, and in this video I'm really aiming at the features, the criteria that you need to consider when selecting the product. I'll be doing a second video where I'll be going down to my golf simulator, hitting a number of shots, and probably playing a few holes on a similar course on both pieces of software to show you the graphics, show you how the ball interacts with the course, and also to be able to talk you through what you need to do to be able to aim, to be able to hit your shots, do putting, and to be able to interface with the application to make sure you're armed with all the information you need to decide which product is the best fit for your needs. So one of the key criteria when people are looking at these two products is what are they able to do with it? What courses can they play? And what variety of courses are available? So certainly focusing on the Golf Club first. It's advertised as having over 100,000 golf courses. Now, I would take that with a pinch of salt for one reason, which is very important. And that reason is that of those courses, you really don't know which of them are very good quality. There's a lack of quality control because although some of the courses are designed by the Golf Club developers, a lot of the courses and most of them are developed within the community. And some people will just be designing courses that bear no resemblance to the real course, or they'll be designing their own fictional golf courses, and that's fine. But the majority of golfers that have invested in a golf simulation setup want to be playing accurate representations of real golf courses around the world. On the other hand, there are plenty of courses that do look good and have been designed with a lot of care and attention, and there are some very talented course designers out there. So if I go into the Golf Club software and look at the courses, you'll see a list of courses that are developed by HB Studios, in other words, the official courses. And there's around 36, and you can go through and see which these courses are. And these will be good-looking, well-designed courses. Some of them may be challenging for golf simulator users, and they may be easy to play through the Golf Club golf game, where you'll be using a console or using a mouse or a keyboard for clicking and hitting shots. Because it can be a bit more challenging using real clubs to get the distance right, hold on the green example, but they will be good-looking, well-designed courses. Likewise, if you type in some of the major courses you're aware of, being a Scotsman, I'll go for St Andrews, you'll see that there are a whole list of recreations of St Andrews on here. Some of them won't have been played many times at all, some of them won't have been rated, and you have no idea if they're good or if they're bad, or if they don't even look like St Andrews at all. Similarly, although there are some different golf courses there, the old course, new course, I think there's Jubilee, these courses are limited in that they always have a set tee position, a set distance, and set pins. In other words, if you would like to play St Andrews from the ladies' tees, you need to find someone that has designed a version of the course with the ladies' tees, distance, and with the pins that you want to play. If you would like to be able to play from championship tees, you need to find a version of a course that has championship tees. So just to look at another one, I'll look at Carnoustie. And for Carnoustie, there's 7 different courses. I'll look at Royal Troon. That'll be the last one I look at. And you'll see there's 24 different courses, some of them for Sunday tee pin positions, one of them for Friday pin positions, etc. Where this highlights one of the big weaknesses with the golf club is that you don't have the ability to select different tee positions on a single course. That means if you have an important requirement for enabling local golf simulator usage, so you want to use your golf simulator with your children, with your friends and family, where you may have different abilities. Some people playing off the ladies' tees, some people playing off championship tees, some people playing off forward tees. That is not possible with the golf club. You all have to play off the same tees, whether that's going to be the championship, members or ladies, and you need to find a course that supports the distance you want. That does in reality mean that you don't have 119,000 courses, which if I take the filter off and go to public, as of this morning, you'll see that there's actually 119,204 courses. In reality, you may be down to hundreds or possibly thousands, I don't know, of courses that are actually real or good quality and that you would actually want to play. I would suggest it's probably in the hundreds. Really, that's the course element. For Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf, it's a very different approach. So all of those courses with the golf club are stored in the cloud, meaning that you don't have to worry about downloading them. Effectively, you'll always have access to those as long as you've got an internet connection, and you'll be able to download those from the cloud. Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf takes a different approach. The courses need to be installed locally on your machine. If you actually go into creating a new round, you'll see that there's a whole list of courses on there that are available. I won't go through them all, but as of this morning, there's around 118 courses that I've got installed. The quality control is very good for these courses because before they're made available, they go through a beta testing process where people are playing the courses to check that they support multiple tees, multiple pins, and that you're able to obviously play the course well, and that there's no kind of glitches or major issues with any of the features. So certainly the quality control is there, that I'm confident that if I select any of these courses, they will look good and they will play well on the simulator. The other benefit of Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf is that you do support multiple tees. You can select whether you would like to play around with championship tees, with challenge tees, ladies, member, whatever is supported within that golf course. If you want to have multiple abilities playing, so myself, with my wife, with my children, then I can set tees to any, and then it will default to the player settings. So I can, my children might want to play off forward tees, whereas I may want to play off tournament tees, and it will allow us to compete on the same course. Similarly, you can go and configure the stimp speed that you'd like to play with, and you can configure, are you going after difficult pin positions or easy pin positions? So certainly that is a strength with Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf. The downside is each of these courses, other than the officially developed ones, any of the other courses are created in the community as they are with the golf club, but they need to be downloaded individually and then copied into a location on your computer to be made available within the game. That's something that you can do every week, every couple of weeks, every month, depending on when you want to download the latest golf courses, but it is something you need to bear in mind. In terms of, as I say, graphics, gameplay, how balls interact with the courses, I'll be showing a second video down at the simulator. But one of the things that got me hooked on golf simulation was the ability to participate in online tours. And there are tours made available for both pieces of software. So if I focus here and show you the tour that's related to the golf club, it's run on the Golf Simulator forum site, and there's also another website called Golf Simulator Tours. Basically, there are live leaderboards, so you can see how you're getting on against people. When people complete their round will then show up on the live leaderboard. You can also go into Golf Simulator Tours, log in with your profile, which in my case is V8 Verbal, and you can view your handicap scoring progress. You can see how well you've performed, what what your rounds were in previous competitions, what your earnings are. Sadly, it's not real money at the moment. And you can even view a trophy cabinet if you've been fortunate enough to have won any competitions. And I probably won most of these when my handicap was a little bit higher than it is now. So lots of good, useful stats. There's not a great deal of individual stats in terms of driving distance, greens in regulation, those elements. I believe there are APIs that are collating those stats, and that there's progress being made to make those available for the individual golfers. But I don't think they're currently available, but that is something that is in development. If I then go and show you the tour for Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf, this is run through the onlinegolftour.net website. This is a tour that also have competitions on a weekly basis. The golf club competitions are typically one each week, which consists of 2 or 3 rounds along a particular course. The one with Online Golf Tour normally has 2 competitions running every week. One of those is a tour competition contributing to world ranking points and money. You can run it in both gross and also in net, depending on how you want to compete, though you'll appear on both leaderboards. And there's also an invitational competition or an exhibition, which is running on a separate course, which is another 2 rounds. And it means that you've got some additional competition to play if you actually want to be playing a lot of rounds each week. They're also running some other formats for competitions. So there's actually a team scramble event where 2 of you are teaming up and you play online together in a scramble format, taking the best shots. And that's something that's currently live. There is a leaderboard as before that you can track, and this leaderboard has the advantage of actually being able to monitor users as they're on the course. So I can see right now the team here is actually out on the golf course and they're 5 under through 8 holes. If I want to, I can actually go down and see how they've scored on the individual holes. So this is the round that's currently in progress. And again, if I really want to, I can go down to tournament statistics to see average distance for driving, greens in regulation, and go down to a lot of detail. So just to give you a feel for what that includes, I will select a tournament that I've participated in. I'll go to tournament statistics, and I can then go and see how well I've been doing with driving, distance, greens in regulation, proximity to the pin. A lot of stats that is actually very enjoyable to go back and look at, and to be able to see when you've really performed well and what were the key factors why you actually scored well or didn't score well. There's a good community for both tours where people are talking about their rounds. Certainly, I find the Online Golf Tour more immersive, mainly because there's more competitions. I find it a very sociable group of people to be able to communicate with when I'm playing. And also, you're able to play online tournament rounds if you'd rather be talking to people and playing online at the same time, just as you can with the golf club. So there is the ability to play offline and online together. So both are great tours. There are some other significant differences. When you're entering a competition on the Online Golf Tour, the stimp speed is set by the tournament organisers. The tee positions are also set, whether you're playing off championship or forward tees, and it's varied, as well as the pin position, and it could vary between rounds. So that gives you quite a lot of flexibility around how the things are set up and a lot of variety in playing golf. So you'll see that in the first round of this team event, we're playing with green speeds of 9, and in the second round it's going up to 10. We'll also see that maybe the weather will change from breezy to calm, and they're nice features. Also, they are enforced. There's no ability for me to be able to change that or change those settings when I'm playing the competition. On the second, on the alternative, if you are using the golf club and entering their tours, these settings cannot be enforced as part of the competition. So, getting back into the golf club, the user is able to actually go in and define whether they have wind on, whether they have gimme settings, and what those settings are going to be. Those are set individually, and there's no way of enforcing whether everybody has got the same settings. And that means there is the potential for people to slightly cheat the system. Now, I'm not saying anybody does that. Golf is a game of honour, but it is something you need to be aware of when you're participating in the tour. Another thing that slightly complicates this is if I actually go ahead and run the simulator software again, before I start the server, you can go into settings and you can add boost for things like SkyTrack, where you would be able to artificially boost the performance of your shots within the software. It's designed so that if your launch monitor isn't accurately representing your real game, you can add additional yardage or even take it off if necessary to reflect your true game. But of course, that does leave this open to manipulation should somebody want to artificially boost their carry distance for driver or for other clubs. Similarly, the green speed cannot be set within a tournament or enforced. You set the speed of your putting within the simulator here in a setting, and it will apply to all of the courses that you are playing. So you don't have, again, the ability to play one round on a low stimp, one round on a high stimp. You can set that yourself, but it's not going to be set for any of the other golfers that you're taking on online. So again, that's something that is a little bit lacking in terms of the configuration. There are other things that are very nice within the golf club. There's commentary, which I'll talk about in the second video, whereas there's none in Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf, which can be sarcastic commentary, but it's quite fun, quite immersive. You get the ability to add ghost balls and rivals, so when you're playing on the golf club, you can actually add in people you compete with regularly, and you'll be able to see their golf balls flying through the air while you're playing your round, and you can compete with them on a shot-by-shot and hole-by-hole basis. Again, a very nice feature, something that isn't available with Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf. But certainly, having played both, having been on the tours for a long time, I certainly find that Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf has a more realistic feel about the graphics and the dynamics of the ball interacting with the golf course. And I find the online golf tour that much more immersive, and it gives me reassurances everyone is competing on a level playing field. But the second video will show the products in action, give you a bit more information around how you go about aiming, interacting with the PC, and hopefully giving you more information to make sure that you can select the product that best fits your needs. And most importantly, a lot of the decision will come down to whether the courses look right and feel right to you. And many people I've spoken to prefer the golf club. They just say it looks right and it feels right. Other people I've spoken to much prefer Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf. So certainly, where possible, look at both, view videos, try and play both. And certainly, I don't think you'll be disappointed with either product. Thank you for your time. Oh, one last aspect. Pricing. What could be very important is obviously the price of the products, and there is a relatively significant difference between the two. Assuming you're going with SkyTrack as your launch monitor, with it being one of the more affordable, then you're going to have to subscribe to one of SkyTrack's plans. The SkyTrack plans have a thing called a game improvement package. You'd have to pay best part of £90 a year, and that gives you access to their application and some of their competitions, but it also gives you the ability to interact with third-party simulation software, such as the Golf Club or Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf. When it comes to actually choosing which of those products you're interested in, then it's going to come down to the price point for those. And the Golf Club can either be purchased at £430 a year, whereas Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf is cheaper at £225 a year if you want the full package, or the Golf Club also has a one-off charge of £895.95 if you want a one-time fee with no additional subscription charges. I certainly think for the Golf Club that would be the preferred option you'd go with, because you'd only be paying for 2.5 years and suddenly it's paid for itself. But if you're looking at minimal entry fee to get on board with the simulator, I think the £225 for Jack Nicklaus Perfect Golf will give you access to all of the official courses that are designed, but it also gives you access to all of the user-designed courses, which will allow you then to participate in all of the competitions that are run within Online Golf Tour. I hope this has been useful. I welcome any comments, feedback. If you disagree with anything, please let me know. If there's any features I've missed, please add them in the comments, and I'll be happy to address this in a follow-up video. And hopefully, I look forward to speaking with you shortly on the second part of this video, which will be down in the Golf Simulator, where I'm going to play both bits of software and a number of courses. Thanks for your time.